Hey guys, it's Hallow back with another video. We're back in our Georgia Ncaa 14 Dynasty. We're in the 2020 season. We've made it to the bowl games, so let's hop into these bowl games. First bowl game of the day, we got 6-6 Standford versus 6-6 Utah State. Both of these teams have really good players, and when I say that, I mean specific players. Like Utah State probably has two good players that are really good, and then Standford has one good player. That was a 5-star freshman, Bijan Robinson, one of the top recruits, and he's a starter. And Jordan Love was one of the best quarterbacks last year, and I think he is the highest projected quarterback in this class. Like, I think in this draft class, he might be like, if there's any quarterback that's going 10th overall or 5th overall, he's the highest projected quarterback. So let's check these schedules. So Utah State, they took a big loss to Utah, then they beat FAU, lost to Washington by 3, beat Nevada, and then lost to Hawaii. So their losses are 25-42, 35-38, 35-38 in overtime. So 38-45 they lost to New Mexico. UNLV 35-41 they lost. So their offense is like great, because they beat Boise 49-14, but they have one of the worst defenses in all of college football by far. Terrible defense for Utah State. Terrible. Standford, they had a shaky season. They won their first game. The next 3 they lost. And then they went on a bit of a win streak and then lost. They had a game where they beat Washington by 60, not 60, but 60-48, and they beat Cal 61-31. So they have a high-powered offense, but they're literally just like Utah State. Great offense, terrible defense. But let's hop into this. So let's go, boys. Let's hop into this. Hop into this game. Here's the rankings, injury report. Herbert Young, the running back for Utah State last year, he's injured. That's their one injury.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. There's no reason to take any turn in Albuquerque. This is where you want to be in New Mexico. We're in University Stadium getting ready to bring you the New Mexico Bowl. Let's head down to the coin toss now. It's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste at 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Alright, we got 2nd and 4. The top QB prospect in the entire class, Jordan Love, gets it to his running back, Craig McKinney. They go up 13-0, Utah State. Now we got Standford down 7, 1st and goal. Quarterback takes it, and he's sacked, but fumbles. His lineman picks it up. He's in the shotgun. He gives it to Bijan. Bijan gets no yards and gets tackled up. So they get a new call from their coach. Hikes the ball. Gives a screen to Saquon. Bijan. Bijan gets 6 yards but does not get in the score. Broke 2 tackles, but they get the stop. 3rd and 9. Let's see what Utah State does. Throws the ball. He gets the first. And we just got notice that Jordan Love is out for the quarter, so they have their backup quarterback in. The backup's going to call a read option. Brian Meeks gets 5 yards, the backup quarterback. 2nd and 5. They give it to the running back. He's going to get hit, lose a yard. Now 3rd and 6. Utah State's had a lot of injuries, but let's see what they can do with these backups. He's going to get sacked. He doesn't find anybody. They're going to probably get held to 3. 2nd and 5. Let's see what Stanford's going to do. Quarterback's scrambling, and he gets sacked on the last play of the half.
As they head to the locker rooms, this one is far from
3rd and 11, and Utah State's got their starting quarterback back. Jordan Love throws it, but it's a screenplay, and the Stanford defense was prepared.
He's just set a new high watermark for career passing yards here.
Yeah, he has the career yards for Utah State quarterback. Now 1st and 10. They're calling an option play. He's going to bounce it off to Bijan. He stiff arms one guy and gets 6 yards. 5-star freshman running back. Now 2nd and 4. Going to call an option again. The quarterback gets tackled. Now 3rd and 4. Let's see what Standford calls up. They give it to their fullback. He catches it for the first. Now they're going to run the ball to Bijan. He's running, but he gets stopped in his tracks. Now 2nd and goal. Can Standford score? They're going to give it back to Bijan. And he gets tackled for loss. D-tackle comes there immediately. No one blocked him. Now 3rd and goal. Let's see if Standford can now block. They call it option. And it's a touchdown for the quarterback, Noah Johnson. Utah State's defense was not ready for it. They didn't see it coming. They thought it was a run. It was an option. 3rd and 1. Standford gets the ball back. They give it to Bijan. He's running. Bijan's running. And he's going to get them the first down.
Very well designed.
Now 1st and goal. Let's see what Standford calls up. Quarterback throws it. Incomplete. Now it's 2nd and goal. Another option. But they were prepared for it and snatched the quarterback up. Cal Huff. That last play, Cal Huff sniffed out the quarterback on the option. Let's see what they do this play. Noah Johnson throws it. It's incomplete. 4th down. 1st and goal for Utah State. Jordan Love takes the snap. He's running. And he gets tackled for a yard. 2nd and goal. He takes the snap again. And he gets them about 3 yards. 3rd and goal. This is a clutch moment if they could come. And they get it. I was saying it's a clutch moment if they're able to score on this play, and they end up scoring on the run play to Craig McKinney. They'll play Utah State. 3rd and inches, up by 10 points. Let's see what Utah State calls. Jordan Love on the option play. Breaks the tackle. Gets the first. And he gives it to the running back. He's going to get some blocks. He'll get 5 yards. Craig McKinney. Now 3rd and inches. This could seal the game. They're going to call an option. He breaks the tackle. Fumbles. Now Standford has it. And he falls. If he was able to take that back, who knows what could have happened. But their defender on Standford who picked it up seems to be hurt. 3rd and 10. This is Standford's last hope for anything. Noah Johnson throws it. And he catches it. What a catch by Josh Franklin. Quarterback hikes it again. And he gets sacked. They hike the ball. Noah Johnson. He throws it. It's almost a pick. Now 3rd and 13. Hikes the ball. It's a screen play to Bijan. Bijan gets tackled. He gets 4 yards out of it. Now 4th and 9. He hikes it. Throws it. Wide open receiver. Does not get the first. That's going to be the game. And for the most part, it was a close game, but Utah State, their running back, Craig McKinley, balled out. Jordan Love didn't really play much this game because he was injured in like the first half. So he didn't play for the first half. But he led his team to this victory. Tough loss for Standford, but we got to see the freshman 5-star Bijan play his first game. And Craig McKinney's the MVP with 90 yards, 3 touchdowns. Next up, we got 10-2, 9th-ranked Florida State versus 6-6 Auburn. In the rivalry week, I showed these two teams. You saw Auburn. They had a tough start to the season, 0-2. Then they bounced back, 52 points on Troy. They beat Texas, whooped Arkansas State 52-14. But they couldn't beat the top teams of the SEC, they played a crazy schedule. They lost to Ole Miss, who was number 2 in the nation. Then they played 8th-ranked Texas A&M. Then they played number 1-ranked Georgia, which they lost. Then they beat 10th-ranked LSU and lost to 6th-ranked Bama. So they had some crazy teams on their schedule. Florida State, they started their season off great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins with a crazy win, 48-21 over Boise. Then they lost to ranked Clemson and Boston College. And they went on to destroy Syracuse and Florida, but those two losses hurted their season bad, hurted their ranking. Here's their team stats. But Florida State's last game, they played Florida, they beat them, but they didn't even have their starting quarterback. Their running back is probable Jay Brooks. Auburn has no injury, so that we'll see how that changes the landscape of this game.
Glad to have you with us in the studio.
Having their
I'm Reese
quarterback
Davis,
back.
bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. A live look in Orlando as both teams have taken the field. Both teams with a degree of disappointment in their seasons, but they can turn things around and finish on a high note with a victory in the Russell Athletic Bowl. That's going to time to kick off. Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
So already down 14 due to the Auburn running back fumbling. They're calling a screenplay to get John Martin, but he loses a yard. Florida State managed to march downfield. Let's see what they do first and goal. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to try and scramble. Jonathan Jones only gets 2 yards. I meant 0 yards, actually. So let's see what Jonathan Jones does on this play. He gives it to their fullback. He's not going to get any yards. He gets stuffed. Michael Butler loses 2 yards. Now they're going to give it to their running back. Jonathan Henderson only gets 3 yards. Auburn stops them. Let's see if Gary Pope can cut this lead down. He drops back, throws it. But the receiver gets 3 yards. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback's running, and he gets sacked. I don't know what Gary Pope's trying to do. Now third and goal. Gary Pope takes the snap. He's running, and he doesn't score. He was so close to the red zone. 6 yards, but he gets stopped. They're going for it on fourth and goal. He takes the snap, throws it. The runner back gets stopped. Now first and goal for Florida State. Let's see what Jonathan's going to do. Jonathan Jones takes the snap, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets 2 yards. Now second and goal, Florida State. Up by 22 points. Throws the ball. And the receiver drops it. Now third and goal. Quarterback takes the snap, throws it, and it's incomplete. Auburn gets the stop. 3rd and inches. Florida State has the ball back in the second half. They throw the ball, and it's almost picked. Trey Love with his second deflection. He's been all over the place. 4th and inches are going for it. Quarterback's running, breaks a tackle, and gets into the first. And they got another drive. 1st and 10. Jonathan Jones takes the snap. He throws the ball. Touchdown, Jonathan Jones.
He's thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
The one thing this quarterback does nice
And the young junior quarterback comes back from an injury in this bowl game and is playing great. 1st and goal, Florida State. They get the ball back. Let's see what they do on 1st and goal. Quarterback's going to run. He's going to scramble. Jonathan Jones scores again.
Well, this quarterback has great instincts, but he showed the smarts here as well.
Runner back's going to run. John Martin gets 2 yards. He gives it back to John Martin. He scores the touchdown, getting Auburn the first touchdown in, I think, a whole quarter. 3rd and 13, Florida State ball. See what Jonathan Jones does. Takes the snap. And his lineman gets in his way as the ball is thrown to the ground. Not his fault. Now Gary Pope and Auburn have the ball. 3rd and 12. See what Gary Pope can do. Will he capitalize? No. He's going to get sacked. Jordan Wilson on the sack. 3 minutes left in the game, and Auburn just kind of came back. They're down 10. Gary Pope throws it. Receiver catches it. Hikes the ball again. He's running. He breaks the tackle. He's running. He's running. Touchdown, Gary Pope. What a run, man. Now it's 3rd and 5, and Auburn cut this lead down. They're only down 3, but they need this if they want to win this game. He throws it, finds an open receiver for the reception. 1st and 10. Gary Pope takes the snap. He throws it. And the receiver drops it. What a ball, but completely dropped. Now it's 2nd and 10. Let's see what Gary Pope does. He's running. He's running. They get 7 yards. Now 3rd and 3. Let's see what Auburn's going to do. Gary Pope, he's running. He gets sacked. Now it's 4th and 12. Auburn needs this. He throws it. He launches it to the receiver. And it's dropped. That's the game. Florida State wins. That was a game we saw Florida State, and they were just hitting on all cylinders. You saw Jonathan was hitting everybody, man. The quarterback, Jonathan Jones, but Gary Pope started to come back. It looked like it was going to be a comeback. We've only seen, I think, one actual big comeback in this entire dynasty, which was the rivalry week last, I think 2 weeks ago, Michigan versus Ohio State. That was a big comeback. But outside of that, we haven't seen any huge comebacks. That was close. We've seen Indiana almost do it. A couple other teams like Michigan State, but we haven't seen any teams come back really. And that was almost one, but tough loss. Florida State 45, Auburn 42. Next up, we got a smaller teams in Syracuse. I wouldn't say Texas. Texas is a big team. But Texas didn't have their best year. They've been on a big downfall ever since they joined the SEC. Not know if they're going to bounce back. It's mostly been because of injuries, but also because they're just, not being able to compete with a lot of teams. You see their schedule. They went on a 2-game win streak they beat Arkansas, and they beat 10th ranked LSU. Then they lost to Bama. They lost to Auburn, Oklahoma. They beat Notre Dame in overtime and beat Missouri. But then they lost to TCU and Army and Ole Miss. And it's like, are y'all really one of the top SEC teams if you're losing to Army? Come on now. You gotta lock in. Or even Auburn, Oklahoma. You gotta lock in. Syracuse, they did lose their first game, but they ended up beating Notre Dame in overtime, 34-31. And they beat UCF, got demolished by Virginia Tech, 13-55. Then they beat Duke, they beat Pitt, they beat Maryland, lost to Clemson, got stomped by Boston College, stomped by FSU. So they're not bad, just not able to compete with the top ACC teams that they've been losing to. So let's get into this game, y'all. Texas has no injuries, but Syracuse, their left end's out for the season, a broken elbow. There's their offensive and defensive season stats.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. A live look in Nashville as we get set for these two teams to square off. I don't even think Pearl Street's going to get per diem. I mean, this game is right in his backyard. In fact, his backyard is so lush they could have played there, but I heard the seating capacity not quite what it should be. Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
And now let's head down to the coin toss. It is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
3rd and 10, Texas. Let's see what they do. The quarterback, Hunter, takes the snap, gets it to their back, breaks a tackle, and gets tackled for a yard. Now Texas gets the ball back, a quick stop, so Reggie Hunter has it. Read option, Reggie Hunter, he's running. And he's going to scramble and keep running. It's 9 yards. Texas seems to be running in hurry up. 2nd and 1. Gonna give it to their back. He's going to get 2 yards. 1st and goal. Hikes it and gets sacked.
And he's sacked.
Now it's second and goal. Reggie Hunter hikes it, throws the ball, and it's dropped. Now third and goal, Texas. Can they score? They're calling a screen play. The linebackers and DBs were ready for it, and they get the stop. Now it's 3rd and 7. Let's see if Syracuse can convert on this play. Quarterback hikes it. He throws it. The receiver gets it for a first. Now 3rd and 11. Quarterback hikes it. He launches it. And it's intercepted. Interception, Texas. Corner's going to keep running. Get some yards.
This quarterback better start making better decisions.
And after that interception from Jeremy McIntosh, 2nd and 1 for Texas. Quarterback's going to hike the ball. He throws it. Guy wide open. He's going to get the first. Ryan Craig.
Gave the quarterback an opportunity
Now 1st and goal.
to deliver a very nice throw.
It was a great read by the quarterback there to take the snap and throw it quickly to
He
get the
hikes it.
first.
He's running. Throws it. Receiver gets a couple of yards. Now 2nd and goal. Quarterback Reggie Hunter on the option play. Touchdown, Texas. Now 3rd and 10. They're going to give it to the halfback. Syracuse only gets 3 yards out of the play.
A great stop there.
Now 3rd and 10 for Texas. Let's see what Reggie does. He hikes it. Launches it. And the receiver drops the ball in traffic. That's a 3 and out. Now it's 3rd and 3. They're calling a motion. Now they give it to the back. He'll get 6 yards. Derek Rich, the running back. 1st and 10. Quarterback gets hits as he does, but they get the first. Now 1st and goal. And the quarterback just launches it, throws it away. Chad Corbett, the quarterback. Now 2nd and goal. Derek Rich for 4-yard gain. 3rd and goal. Quarterback throws it. Touchdown. Clay Pleasant, the receiver. And a touchdown for Syracuse. Now Syracuse up 7. 3rd and 4. Let's see what they do. Quarterback Corbett throws it. Finds an open guy for the first. Brian Thomas, the receiver. And with Syracuse scoring again, Corbett, it's 3rd and 5 for Texas. Let's see if they can convert. They're going to get a first down, but they need to score now. Now 1st and 10. Reggie Hunter's going to go on an option play. He's running, breaks a tackle, but gets 3 yards. He's going to hike the ball. Reggie Hunter throws it. Receiver catches it for the first. Now 1st and goal. Reggie Hunter throws it out of bounds. So it's 2nd and goal. Call a motion. Hike the ball. Reggie Hunter throws it. Touchdown, Texas. Brandon Cooper scores. And Syracuse up 9 due to a missed extra point from Texas. They're going to run the ball to their running back. And Texas will get the stop, but I don't know if it'll matter being down 9 points. Now 3rd and 10. Let's see what Texas does. Quarterback Reggie Hunter throws it, and it's a touchdown. Paul Stevens cutting the lead 25-28. Syracuse up by 3 points. And Texas went for an onside kick and recovered it. They're calling a motion. They're giving it to their running back. He'll get them 2 yards. Now it's 2nd and 8. They call another motion. But Reggie Hunter only gets a yard. Now 3rd and 7. They're going to run it with their back again. Probably take a timeout, kick a field goal. And if their kicker makes this, there's a chance they win. He did miss the extra point earlier. So he kicks it, and it's good. 29 Texas, 28 Syracuse. So 3rd and 8 Syracuse. Let's see what they do. Corbett drops back, and he gets sacked on the play. Chad Corbett gets sacked. They're going to use a timeout. So on 4th and 14, let's see what they do. He throws it, and he's open. Oh, he's gonna score! He's gonna score! Matt Payne with the 59-yard touchdown. No way, Chat Corbett. What a legendary ending. No way. And this is literally the only chance Texas has left to win this game. Let's see what he does. The quarterback, Reggie Hunter's just going to take a sack, and Syracuse is going to get this upset. They beat the powerhouse Texas, which I guess they're not a powerhouse anymore as they've fallen off. Not a good season last year. Now they lost to Syracuse in their bowl game. And Corbett, what a game, but look at that play. Chris Manning, the linebacker, missed him. Their star linebacker missed the tackle, the sack. He throws it, he launches it, the receiver beats the corner for the touchdown to win the game. What an ending. Chad Corbett's the MVP, 412 yards, 5 touchdowns. In-game score, 34 Syracuse, 29 Texas. Next, we have some small school powerhouses. So these teams are some small schools, but in their conferences, they're tough. Sunbelt and MAC. We got Texas State Bobcats and Miami U. So Miami of Ohio. And Miami U, they've had a tough season as they started their season off the big win against FCS and then a loss to Michigan State 24-41. And then their fourth game they lost 20-35 against Tulsa. And then they went on a complete rampage of a win streak, beating Idaho, destroyed UMass, put up 40 on Bowling Green, beat Akron, Ohio, Western Michigan, Kent State, and lost to Toledo in their championship game, which was a tough loss. And then Texas State, they were 2-0. Then they lost to, I think, Northwestern, 34-35. Then they beat Temple. They beat USA. I don't know what team that is. I think that's University of San Antonio. Wyoming, they beat ULM. They lost to Georgia State, but then they went on another win streak. So they've only got 2 losses. So it's 10-2, ranked 19th Texas State versus 10-3 Miami U. So Miami of Ohio, not Miami University, Miami of Ohio. I don't know. Is this Miami of Ohio? Miami University Redhawks. I think that's Miami of Ohio. There's their team previews, injury report. The quarterback for Texas State, K. Robinson's out. Well, he's probable, so he might play. Then the center for Miami U, he's questionable with strained knee.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams excited to be here, and there's not even a race car driver anywhere around. We get set to rev our engines in the GoDaddy.com Bowl.
Kids are running for some great bowl action. It's the GoDaddy.com Bowl. And now let's head down to the coin toss. It's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
So 3rd and 7, Texas State. They're up by 7. Quarterback scrambles. He's running. And he gets smacked. Ben Barr, the quarterback. They're actually going to go for it on 4th. Hand it to their running back. Williams breaks 2 tackles, but it's not enough for John Paul Williams to get the first down. He's actually their best player, one of the best running backs in the nation. Miami U has it. 3rd and 13. Let's see what the quarterback does. He's going to throw it. Catches it, Michael Jenkins, but it's not enough for the first. Now Brent Ruffin, Miami's of Ohio's quarterback, they're going to give it to their running back. Mark Watkins gets 2 yards. Now it's 2nd and 8. They're going to give it back to their running back. He's going to get 4 yards. Now it's 3rd and 4. Quarterback hikes it. He throws it, finds an open receiver.
He's taken down for 3.
But they don't get enough for the first.
Looks like they're going to go.
They are going to go for it, though. 4th and 1. And no, guys, I did not determine that play call. I actually just wanted to see if they were going for it. But I'm actually just simulating what happens. So I don't have any effect on the games, just so you all know. It's all computer versus computer. And he's going to get sacked. Now 3rd and 14 for Texas State. Let's see what they do. Their quarterback's going to throw it. They only get 7 yards. Now 3rd and 4. Quarterback hikes it. He launches it. 1st down. Now 1st and 10. Quarterback scrambles and he gets sacked. Ben Barr's going to snap it. He throws it to the receiver. He's going to get 4 yards. Ben Barr, Texas State's quarterback, in the shotgun. He's going to snap it. Throws the ball. And they get the first. They get it to John Paul Williams for the 1st down.
I'd love to see this quarterback.
In the shotgun, they're going to give it to John. But John can't find any hole as he gets stopped for a yard. 2nd and 9. And John Paul Williams gets stopped for a yard. 3rd and 10. Now 3rd and 10. Ben Barr's under center. He hikes it. Throws. But he couldn't find anybody as he got hit as he threw it. So 4th and 10, they're going for it. Ben Barr throws it. He finds John Paul Williams. And John Paul Williams breaks 3 tackles. Runs over 3 defenders and gets the first. One of the craziest calls I've ever seen. I don't know why they went for it, but it worked. 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Michael Smith gets 3 yards. Now 2nd and goal. Quarterback snaps it. And he fumbles. But the fullback picks it up. Now 3rd and goal. It's an option. And the quarterback, Ben Barr, does not get enough for the end zone touchdown, and they get stopped. And it's a tight game. It's Miami's ball, and they're going to throw it, and it's incomplete. And on the play log, it shows that one of the players on Texas State fumbled the ball, so Miami ended up scoring off of that fumble. Now it's 23-17. 3rd and 6. Miami's just going to try and run the clock. And they get the 1st down, and that might have just sealed the game. And this field goal really decides the outcome of this game. And that's going to be it. Miami of Ohio wins this game. And this game was really just Miami of Ohio's defense being great. Their defense was scoring more than their offense was, and they ended up coming out with the win.
Really good game that they might be able to keep it close. But I'll admit it, I never gave them much of a shot. Did they ever prove me and a lot of other people wrong? Miami could have easily rolled over today, but instead they came out fighting and played a fantastic game.
Good win for Miami of Ohio. Final score, Miami of Ohio 27, Texas State 17. Next up, we got 9-4, 22nd ranked in the nation, Georgia Tech versus 9-3, 6th ranked Alabama. And this is going to be a game, man. This is going to be a game, I'm telling you. These are some really top teams. I don't got to get too much depth into it. And I think Georgia Tech's quarterback's returning from an injury, so that would be cool to see. See Bama's schedule, they started off 3-0. They did take a big loss to Ole Miss. It was 10-38. Ole Miss whooped them. And they didn't lose another game until they played LSU, which was 33-48, and then they lost to A&M 38-45. Then they whooped Auburn 59-45. When I wouldn't say whooped, but put in a lot of points on them. And this hasn't been Alabama's best year. I don't know if it's been injuries or what's been going on with them, because they definitely did not play up to expectations for this season. But they're a great team, man. And then Georgia Tech, they lost to Bama early in the year, so they actually played Bama. So this is a rematch. They lost to Bama, they lost to Pitt, then they lost to us, and then Clemson beat them in the ACC championship. So they've got a lot of things they got to prove, because they went from being the third-ranked team before they played Bama at the start of the season to now being 22nd in the nation. And let's check this injury report. So T. Williams is out for the season. That's why they've had their backup running back, who is actually in the Heisman race, Brandon, starting. And then D. Arnold, he's probably going to play. Bama has no injuries.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. We're looking inside the Georgia Dome right now, one of the most intense environments every year for a postseason game. The Chick-fil-A Bowl just about set to go. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
Here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we're sure to bring you a Peachy King Bowl matchup. And now it's time for the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Up 7
3rd and
points.
5. Bama's up by 7. You see what they do. Trevor Lawrence under center. He drops back. Trevor Lawrence throws it. Finds George Pickens. He breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Breaks another. Breaks another. Oh my goodness. How many tackles did he just break? What a play, George Pickens. And after that successful play for 30 yards, their 1st and goal, they're going to throw it. But he gets 0 yards on the pass. So now it's 2nd and goal. They're calling a motion. Quarterback drops back. Throws an interception right to the linebacker as he thought he had an open receiver. And that must hurt. And Bama ended up scoring after getting the ball after that. So it's 3rd and 5. Lawrence is going to run. And he's going to get sacked on this play by John Carter. So D. Arnold under center. Let's see what Arnold does.
Under heavy pressure.
And he gets sacked. Aiden Hutchinson gets to him. Danny Arnold, the pressure was immediate and he couldn't really do anything. So now it's 3rd and 8 for Alabama. Lawrence drops back. He launches it. And it's incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 2 for Georgia Tech. Arnold's going to run an option. He gets it to his running back. He's going to get a couple of yards. Quarterback drops back. And he gets smacked by Aiden Hutchinson. Danny Arnold is having issues due to Aiden, man. It's now 2nd and 10. Danny Arnold, he's going to launch this. And it's deflected. Incomplete. Now 3rd and 10. And Danny Arnold is going to get sacked. Now we have the second half. 3rd and 13. Trevor Lawrence throws to his receiver. He only gets 5 yards. Bama gets the ball back. It's now 2nd and goal. They're going to give it to their halfback. Oh, what a block by the fullback. But Desmond McDaniel cannot get anything as he trips and falls. Now 3rd and goal. Trevor Lawrence snaps it. And he finds Pierre Charles for the touchdown.
That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
Now 2nd and 13 for Bama as Georgia Tech's unable to score anything. Lawrence throws it to Pickens, gets 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 8. Lawrence drops back. It's a screenplay. Desmond's running. He's running. He's running. Touchdown, Desmond McDaniel. Another passing touchdown for Trevor Lawrence. And there goes the Alabama passing yards and a career record for Trevor Lawrence. 3rd and 10, down by 28. Let's see what Georgia Tech can do. Danny Arnold under center. He drops back. Pressure is there. He throws it, though, to an open receiver. Makes the play. Great play by the quarterback because Alabama's pressure is wild. Now 2nd and 3. He drops back. Danny Arnold gets sacked. Mark Bell with his 2nd sack of the game. Now 3rd and 9. Danny Arnold drops back. He launches it. And it's incomplete. Alabama gets the stop. Defense was there, man. Georgia Tech ended up scoring and gets the ball back. Let's see what Danny Arnold could do now. 1st and 10. He's running from the pressure. He's running. He scrambles. He's out of there. And he gets smacked. But he gets 10 yards. Now 1st and 10. Let's see what Georgia Tech does. Call an option play. Gets it to the fullback. He's running. Touchdown, Keith Olsen. Now 3rd and 4, and Georgia Tech really wants to get this stop. Trevor Lawrence drops back. He throws it. Get the 1st down and breaks the tackle. Adrian Graham. So Lawrence drops back. Gets sacked immediately. That's terrible blocking. So in shotgun, Lawrence is going to throw. Trevor Lawrence, he's running. Breaks the tackle. Gets 13 yards. 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, he's in shotgun. He throws it immediately. And it's incomplete. Vincent Boyd on the deflection. And Alabama wins that game. In-game score, 38 Alabama, 28 Georgia Tech.
I'm sure there's a little disappointment down there. Georgia Tech probably feels they should have won this game, but they just didn't make enough big plays when they needed to.
And Lawrence is going to win Player of the Game, 392 yards and 5 touchdowns.
General Scholarship Fund, 9 and 5.
Next up, we got 10 and 3 Ohio State, 16th ranked in the nation versus 10 and 3 Texas A&M, 10 and 3 in the nation. This is going to be a great game. These are just two powerhouses, top teams. They're really up and up, really, man. I'm telling you, these teams are really up and up. A&M was on a crazy win streak. Then they lost to LSU. They were the only, well, not the only, but they beat Ole Miss, who was the number 2 team in the nation, 49-42 earlier in the season. And they had a big win over Alabama and a big win over UCLA in week 1. They ended up losing to us in the SEC championship. Ohio State, they did lose to Wisconsin and Indiana and Nebraska, but they've been a great team. Y'all know, if y'all seen the rivalry week game, y'all know what happened against Michigan, Ohio State. Craziest game ever. Make sure that y'all watch it. The Ncaa 14 Georgia Universe rivalry week and conference championships 2020. Watch that video. You're gonna find out. So let's get into this, man. Let's check the injury report. A&M's linebacker D. Johnson's probable, so he's probably gonna play. And Ohio State has no injuries.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa, innovation that excites. Taking a live look at Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and hoping to make their way off the pirate ship, I guess. Cannons just about set to fire as we get started in the Outback Bowl. That's going to do it for us.
Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
So A&M down 14 already. Let's see what Joel Goss is going to do. He throws it to their back.
They go to the screen here. The halfback's got
Kevin Richards only gets, he loses a yard, so they get nothing. 3 and out. Now it's 3rd and 10, Ohio State. Anderson's going to throw it, finds an open receiver, but it's only 9 yards, which is not enough for the first. But they're going to go for it. Anderson in the shotgun calls a motion. And they're in the option, and Anderson's going to run, and he gets the first. And they're going to give this to Ncaa. He's going to get 2 yards. They're going to call a motion. Anderson, play action, gets it to the receiver. He's going to get a first. 1st and 10 now. Hikes it, gives it to Ncaa. Ncaa gets 0 yards out of that play. 2nd and 10. Anderson throws. Finds an open receiver. Touchdown, Josh Hammond. Ohio State, 20-0. Joe Goss, 3rd and 1. He's in the shotgun. Snaps it. He's running. He runs. Gets the first. Keeps going. 14 yards. 1st and 10. Joe Goss takes the snap. Throws it. It's an interception. That's a bad play. So it's 3rd and 12. Let's see if Ohio State can capitalize over Joel's interception earlier. He throws the ball, and it's a terrible ball. The pressure was there. 3 and out. Now 1st and 10. They give it to the running back. Kevin Richards gets Texas in and 3 yards. Now 2nd and 7. Joel Goss is going to give it to the running back. He'll get 3 yards. Now 3rd and 4. Joel Goss drops back, and he gets sacked. Tries to scramble, ends up getting sacked by Cliff Arnold. And now it's 1st and 10. Let's see what Joel is going to do. He's going to have an option play. He's running outside and gets smacked by the DB. Now they're in shotgun. Joel's going to try and scramble. He's scrambling, and he's going to slide down. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. And he's going to get hit behind the line as he kept it, but the defense was ready. 3 guys jumped on him in 4th and 5. Now 3rd and 3, Ohio State. Anderson finds Hammond over the middle for the 1st down. Now 1st and 10. See what Ohio State does. They're going to call an option play. Anderson's going to get outside. He's going to get 9 yards. Now 1st and 10. Another option play. Anderson. And 2 guys on him, but he still gets the first. Now 1st and goal. Another option play. And Anderson gets 2 yards. So 2nd and goal. They give it to Ncaa. Najee Harris is going to score the touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State, 27-6. Texas A&M ball. 1st and 10. Joel's going to call an option play. Go outside, and he gets 6 yards. 2nd and 4. They give it to their running back. He's going to get them 3 yards. Now 3rd and 1. Let's see what they do. Joel Goss, he's going to scramble. He's running. Touchdown, Joel Goss.
Things can get pretty fierce in this territory, but they look totally...
Now it's A&M ball, 1st and 10. Call a motion. It's a read option. Joel Goss breaks the tackle, scrambles, gets 4 yards. Now 2nd and 6. Joel Goss scrambles, breaks the tackle. He's running. What a play, 6 yards. Now it's 3rd and inches. He drops back, has open receiver. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well executed by the offense.
Cutting the lead down. So now it's 28 Ohio State, 18 A&M. So now it's pouring rain. It's 1st and 10. A&M down by 8 points. Gonna hike the ball, get it to their running back. He'll get 3 yards. They're in the shotgun. Calls an audible. They're going to give it to the running back, 4 yards. Now it's 3rd and 3. Quarterback in the shotgun, Joel. He throws it, and it's intercepted. No. And that's going to be the game. Now 1st and goal for Ohio State. Going to give it to Najee Harris. He'll get 3 yards. Now 2nd and goal. We're going to run a QB run. Derek Anderson breaks the tackle and he scores. 34-20.
In a game that had to be a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare, it's over. Ohio State 35, Texas A&M 20. As we wrap this game up, Kirk, what final thoughts do you want to share?
You know, I think it was a well-played game for the most part. Texas A&M had a
Joel Goss really had his worst game, man. You saw rivalry week, he balled out against Missouri, won them the game. He got crushed in the SEC championship. And then in this last bowl game of his career, he loses to Ohio State. I think he had 2 or 3 interceptions this game. And Anderson's going to leave college football in his last game with 270 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the MVP of this game. Tough loss, man. Happy to see Ohio State win. I do like seeing Ohio State win. So, good to you guys. And they're pulling in some great recruits, so we'll see how they do next year. So we got 9-3, number 13th in the nation, Oregon, versus 10-2, number 3 in the entire nation, Tennessee. Tennessee was supposed to play in the national championship, but the voters decided Ole Miss deserved a spot, so now they're just trying to prove why they should have been in there. But Oregon is not a team to sleep on. They are, I wouldn't say the best team in the Pac-12, but I would definitely say they're one of the best teams in college. I would argue they were a top 10 team, and we're going to see how they do. Tennessee's schedule, they started off undefeated, lost to Georgia, then lost to Bama, and then went undefeated again, never lost a game after that. So their only 2 losses are against powerhouse Georgia, the reigning champs, us, and one of the top teams in the nation, obviously Alabama. And then Oregon's schedule, they lost their first game against Old Dominion, which is a crazy upset. Then went undefeated until they played Ohio State. They lost by 21 points, and then they went on to lose to Wisconsin, which was obviously a tough loss by 14 points. And after that, they didn't lose, so those were their only losses. And we're going to see who comes out as the best in this game. Tennessee versus Oregon. So let's hop into this SEC versus Big Ten game, because Oregon is in the Big Ten. My fault, not Pac-12. They're in the Big Ten in this. And they have 1 injury. Their receiver, Hutchinson's out for the season, and Tennessee has no injuries.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that incites. There is a rich history in this bowl game. Back in 1990, Georgia Tech won the national championship by taking care of Nebraska in this very game. Stakes are still high for this one today as the players get loosened up and ready to tee it up in the Capital One Bowl. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Brett Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
It's an energetic atmosphere here at the Capital One Bowl in Orlando, Florida. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy.
It's 3rd and 10. Tennessee up by 3 points, 3-0. Oregon quarterback, pressure gets there, and Jared Harris gets sacked by TJ Dixon. Now 3rd and 10. Bo Nix drops back. He throws it. It's incomplete.
Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that foot.
It's 1st and 10. Jared Harris drops back, gives it to the running back, and he loses 5 yards. Now 2nd and 5. We're running an option play, but Lamar Hall is there to get the stop. One of the best linebackers in all of college football, Lamar Hall, with the tackle for loss. Now 3rd and 18. Drops back in shotgun, and he gets sacked. Jared Harris had no time. They sent the blitz, and Darnell Hammond with the sack. They end up getting the ball back at 2nd and 5. Quarterback Jared Harris drops back. And the receiver catches it. He'll get 4 yards. Now 3rd and 1. It's an option play. Jared Harris will get the first down. Now 1st and 10. Cause an audible. Drops back in the shotgun, throws it. The receiver drops it. He gets smacked. Quarterback try to get him killed. Now 2nd and 10. It's an option play. Jared Harris is there, but he breaks 2 tackles and gets 4 yards. Only the blocking was better. Now it's 3rd and 6. Jared Harris drops back. He's going to try and scramble and get smacked. And that's Edgar Sparks, defensive end for Tennessee. Now it's 1st and goal, Tennessee. We're going to give it to Brian Morgan. They'll get 2 yards. 2nd and goal. It's a read option play. And Bo Nix is going to just barely get in the end zone, but he'll get the 6-yard rushing touchdown, dragging himself into the end zone for the touchdown. Now it's Oregon's ball, 3rd and 9. Jared Harris, he's going to try and throw. It's incomplete. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Bo Nix is going to give it to the running back. And Brian Morgan will get a yard. That's 2nd and 9. And they give it to Brian Morgan, and he loses a yard. So now it's 3rd and 10. Bo Nix in the shotgun. And it's a screen play. He hits Brian Morgan. Brian Morgan's running, but he does not get the first. 7 yards. 1st and 10. Tennessee's up 27-6. I'm going to give it to Brian Morgan. He'll get 4 yards. 2nd and 6. It's an option play. Bo Nix scrambling. He'll get 6 yards for the first. 1st and goal. They'll give it to Brian Morgan again. He'll lose a yard. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to their fullback. He'll get 4 yards. 3rd and goal. And Bo Nix is going to call an option. The defense was ready for that. They'll get stopped. And that's going to be game.
Volunteers with a victory, 30-14. As we take a look at the highlights, Kurt, how would you summarize the action of this one?
You know, I think it was a well-played game for the most part. Oregon had a few missed opportunities in this game, and I think if they could have capitalized on a few of them, it would have been a lot closer, and they might even have won this game.
Bo Nix is going to win this MVP. 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. And that's a pretty great college career already for the sophomore quarterback, Bo Nix. Last year as a freshman, he won a bowl game against Tulane where he won MVP for that game. And this season in his rivalry matchup, he ends up beating Kentucky, wins MVP for that game, and then he goes on against Oregon in his last bowl game of the season and wins this game. So in a year, he might be a top NFL prospect or 2, depending on if he stays or declares for the draft. But this guy has had a pretty great career already for such a young player. Next up, we got 8-4 USF versus 11-1, number 4 USC. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. USC is probably going to win this game. You look at their schedule. Game 1, they beat New Mexico State by 63. Dominated for a large portion of the season with a lot of high-score games. They put up 55 on BYU, 42-35 against Utah, 45-28 against Tulane, Colorado 42-28. I mean, just stomping teams. And they lose one game to UCLA, 34-51. And then in the rivalry week, they beat Notre Dame 61-34. And Matt Thomas threw 6 touchdowns in that game and definitely helped his draft stock as his stock is rising. And then we got UCF. I mean, they started 4-0, but then they went on to lose to Cincinnati, San Jose State, Temple, Louisville beat them. Then they won their last 4 games, but I mean, this just doesn't look like it's going to be well for USF unless they find a way to really stop Matt Thomas, of course. So here we go, man. 4th ranked USF versus 8-4 USF. So we got University of Southern California. They won 11-1. University of South Florida. They won 8-4. Check the injury report. So the right outside linebacker for USF is out for the season. The right tackle is out for 2 weeks, which is pretty much the season since this is the last week. And the left outside linebacker for USC is out.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. New Orleans is always festive this time of year, but in this venue, this game, there are memories that are bigger than parties. Alabama's goal line stand against Penn State. Herschel Walker running against Notre Dame. Steve Spurrier's second chance against the Seminoles. All of them coming in this venue and in this game. Who will write the next storied chapter in the Sugar Bowl?
Go to this one all week now. However, only one will leave the Big Easy as a winner of the All-State Sugar Bowl. It's time for the coin toss now. Presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
So already down 14. Let's see what USF can do. The quarterback throws it. Receiver gets open. And Hill gets 13 yards. Charles Young. And nearly just broke the school's record for passing yards. I wouldn't say it's too much of a big flex, as it's only 2,917 yards. No disrespect. Now 1st and 10, he drops back. Throws it. And he'll get 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. They're going to hand it off to their running back. He'll get a yard, Nate Stewart. Now 3rd and 2. They're going to drop it off to their running back. And Alex Landry is going to score the first touchdown for USF. And Matt Thomas ended up throwing an interception, so USF has the ball again. 2nd and 5. They're going to give it to their running back. I don't know where he's running. Ball carrier vision of a freaking rock. And he's going to lose yards because of this idiot move to run literally away from the hole in open space completely. And after that play, it's 3rd and 5. Quarterback throws it, finds an open receiver for the first. Thomas Watson. Now 1st and goal. They give it to their running back. They'll get 2 yards. Now 2nd and goal, they get it to their back. And Landry's going to run, but 2 guys end up taking him down. 3 yards. Now 3rd and goal. They get it to Landry, and he's going to score the touchdown. Alex Landry, the USF runner back, 2 touchdowns. Now 1st and goal, Matt Thomas in shotgun. He's looking for someone to throw it to. Finds the tight end, gets the 7-yard gain. Now 2nd and 3. They give it to their running back. Lance Lloyd gets 5 yards. Now 1st and 10. Matt Thomas drops back, finds an open receiver, gets 6 yards. 2nd and 6. They get it to Lance Lloyd. He's going to run. He gets 2 yards. 3rd and 4. Let's see what USC does. They're going to give it to their backup back. Oh, he's going to run over one of the DBs and run for the touchdown. Scott Moses. What a play. Now 2nd and 10, USF. Game's a lot closer than I thought it would be. He's going to launch this. Oh, but it's deflected. 3rd and 10. Quarterback drops back. He's going to launch this. And the receiver drops the ball. That's probably going to be a 3 and out. Now it's 1st and 10. Matt Thomas, he gets stuck and gets sacked. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened that last play. The linebacker got there and blitzed him. But he's going to throw the ball. And they're going to get 13 yards. Now it's 3rd and 1. They're going to get it to their running back. Lance Lloyd on the touchdown. USC 27, USF 17. Now 2nd and 8. They get it to their running back, and he's gonna run, and bruise his way into 6 yards. Now it's 3rd and 2. They won't get it back to their running back, but Nate Stewart's gonna lose 2 yards on this play. Stephen Ryan with the TFL. Now 2nd and 8. Matt Thomas hikes it. Finds an open receiver. Tyron Hall is going to get 3 yards. Now 3rd and 5. Matt Thomas finds the open back. And Lance Lloyd's going to get 4 yards. Not enough for the first. And USC is going for it, and this is not very smart. It being the 3rd quarter and it's 27-20 as they do not get it. Matt Thomas gets hit behind the line on the option play. And they do not convert. Very bad decision by the coach. So it's 3rd and 13 for USF. 4th quarter. Quarterback launches this, and it's incomplete. Caleb Blaker on the deflection. Scott Neely does not get the first. Now it's 3rd and 8 again. USF gets the ball back. Quarterback finds it wide open tight end for the first down. Let's see what quarterback Scott Neely could do. 3rd and 13. Finds an open receiver and launches an absolute dot for the first. And their offense is held to 3rd down again. 3rd and 12. He's going to launch it. And the receiver drops it. It was right there in his hands, and he dropped it in the end zone after some contact. Now it's 3rd down and 7, USC ball. Matt Thomas looking for someone to throw it to. He launches it, and it's a touchdown to seal the game. Alex Jones. Matt Thomas threw an absolute bomb. What a pass to end the game. And that game was way closer than I thought. Matt Thomas didn't have his best game. Still a great season, and when it mattered most, he showed up as a quarterback. So I won't say that dropped his draft stock at all in my book, even though his game wasn't as good as we thought it was. When it mattered most, he showed up. 3rd down and 7, throws a 40-yard touchdown. But USF, they showed up, man. They were doing everything except their offense in the end just couldn't do it. Like, they kept getting held to 3rd down. They kept messing up. Oh, yeah, player of the game's Alex Jones. 2 touchdowns, 166 yards for the receiver.
For the Trojans, they just keep winning in what has been a great year for them.
And Matt Thomas is going to win his last college game. The final score, USC won 33, and USF had 20 points, so it's 33-20. It was a great game, honestly, man. Tough loss, USF, man. What could have been an upset. Last but definitely not least, well, not last, but second to last, we got San Diego State versus Clemson. San Diego State is 12-1, 7th ranked in the nation, and Clemson is 9-4, 23rd ranked in the nation. This game, I do got Clemson winning, but San Diego State could prove me wrong. Clemson, they started their season off 52-10 against FCS. They won that game. Then they lost to Central Michigan, had a loss to Georgia Tech 13-4, lost to Maryland, and they lost to South Carolina during the rivalry week. But then they ended up winning the ACC championship. So they proved they're actually one of the best teams in college. They literally won their conference. San Diego State, they lost one game to Air Force in overtime in week 3, 31-38. That was it. They beat teams like Duke. They beat Toledo. They beat Boise State. I mean, man. They beat UNLV. They beat ranked Hawaii. You could say whatever, man, but this team is no joke. They are way better than they look. And they were in the national championship last year, back when our Georgia team had Joe Burrow, A.J. Brown that season, Brian Burns, Quentin Williams, Dexter Lawrence, Rashawn Gary, and they got stomped, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, they definitely got stomped. They showed a little bit of heart, but they got stomped against us. This is the team that was in the national championship last year, San Diego State. Let's see what they do against Clemson. Are they really about the hype, the ranking, or are they overrated? Because the strength of schedule is completely different. I mean, they didn't play as many good teams as Clemson, but they did not play a terrible strength of schedule. They played actual teams, just not any of the top teams that Clemson had to play. Both of these teams have elite offenses too, with San Diego State being 4th in the nation with 42 points per game, Clemson being 9th in the nation with 39 points per game. And even their defenses, San Diego State has the 24th best defense, allowing 26 a game, and Clemson 26 a game also, being the 28th in the nation on defense. And the injuries, the D tackle for San Diego State's out for the season, and the receiver for Clemson's injured, Ingram. That's about it. Let's get into this
with
game.
us in the studio, I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. What a great way to finish off a spectacular season for both of these teams. One of the greatest bowls in the history of the sport, and now the next chapter will be written in the Orange Bowl. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
Thousands of devoted fans hope to start off their new year with a victory. Let's head down to the coin toss now. It's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
So it's 3rd and 3. Jeff Sharp in the shotgun. Calling the pass play. Gonna throw it. He's gonna lose yards. Gets tackled right after the catch. 3rd and 9 for San Diego State. Norris Hurt drops back. Throws it. It's not enough for the first. 3rd and 10 in what's been a low-scoring game. Clemson 6, San Diego State 0. Norris Hurt takes the snap. He launches it. It's an open receiver in the first down, Trey Archie.
Quarterback has had in school history.
He's taken apart
And
every
Hurt breaks the
secondary
San Diego
thing.
State
And now he's got
yards
this
in
great
a season
achievement to show for it.
record, 3,932 yards. Now 3rd and 8. Drops back, throws it,
Caught, and that's a first down.
gets the first down.
They're going to end this drive.
1st and 10. Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Trey Archie, the receiver, scores a touchdown. And that's Norris Hurt's first touchdown of this game. What a great pass. San Diego State's ball again. It's 3rd and 7. They call a screen play. Get it to the running back. He's running. And he's not get the first. Jeremy Sampson gets stopped. And Jeff Sharp throws an interception, getting San Diego State the ball again. So it's 3rd and 2. Let's see what Norris Hurd does. He's going to scramble and get the first down. Now 1st and 10. He drops back. He scrambles and he fumbles the ball. And Clemson gets it.
And they got the turnover. This is what it's all about. Defense taking it.
And Jeff Sharp has driven downfield. And 1st and 10. It's an option play. Jeff Sharp's going to run. He breaks the tackle. Gets 8 yards. Now it's 2nd and 2. He's going to call another option play. He'll get about a yard. 3rd and 2. Jeff Sharp throws it to the tight end. He's going to break a tackle and score the touchdown. Touchdown, Clemson. It's 1st and goal. They got a motion. Let's see what Clemson does. They get it to their running back. John Fine gets no yards. 2nd and goal. Jeff Sharp, they get it back to John Fine. The blocks are not good, and he's going to get tackled. Now 3rd and goal, Clemson. Quarterback, Jeff Sparks throws it to the tight end, and he gets the touchdown, Ben Henderson. Now 3rd and 5, Norris Horde, play action, gets it to his running back. He does not get enough as they get stopped. 4th and 4. And San Diego State being down 14, they're going to actually go for this. Norris Hurd, they get it to their running back. He's going to miss. He managed to make a defensive lineman miss, but one of the linebackers came down to make the tackle, and they did not convert. I meant corners tackled him.
He's on the field.
Now 3rd and 5, Clemson. Jeff Sharp, he's going to try and scramble, but he gets tackled.
For a sack on the play. Well, we got a new quarterback in there. You have to wonder not only how will...
Now 3rd and 10. Let's see what San Diego State can do. Down by 17. Norris Hurd throws it, and it's intercepted.
And he's level at the 20-yard line.
Clemson's strong safety intercepts it. Paris Rhodes. What a play. 2 minutes left. 3rd and 10. This is Norris Hurd's last opportunity to get some points on the board for San Diego State. He drops it back, launches it, and the receiver drops it in the end zone. No way, that was a perfect ball from Norris Hurd, and he dropped it. And that's going to be game. Clemson wins.
Clemson earning San Diego State 15. So what are your final thoughts on this one, Kurt?
I thought this would have been a little closer than the scoreboard indicates. Maybe that says something about how good a game they played. Clemson had a really tough matchup coming in, but they were prepared, motivated, and came away with a really solid win.
And Jeff Sharp's going to lead this game as the MVP. 305 yards, 2 touchdowns.
For the season with an impressive win today.
And this has been a wild year for Clemson. They're going to end this season off with a win against San Diego State. Final score being 30 Clemson, 15 San Diego State. And I ended up changing my mind. We're actually going to have one more bowl game before the national championship. We got 7-5 Texas and Tech versus, 7-5 Texas Tech. I don't know what I just said. And 8-4 Minesota. And Minesota had one of the best offenses. They averaged 39.8 points per game. Pretty nice season for them. But Texas Tech has the 15th best total defense in the nation. So this is literally offense versus defense. Literally. And looking at Minnesota's schedule, we've already seen this if you watched the rivalry game. So you already know much about this Minnesota team. But if you didn't watch that game, that video on YouTube, make sure to check it out. They started undefeated 3-0, lost to Oregon and Wisconsin, then beat Northwestern 55-21, beat Marshall 40-10, lost to Michigan by 3 points, 42-45 close game, then beat Iowa 49-42, lost to Nebraska, and then beat Michigan State 49-37. This is a great offense. And Texas Tech, they only scored 10 points against the FCS team week 1. Then they beat Central Michigan, lost to Old Dominion, Missouri. They beat Kentucky 31-24 and beat Kansas 42-17. And then the end of the season, their defense started allowing less points as against the only team, well, the best way to put it is the only team, their next 5 games, their last 5 games to score over 30 was Texas, TCU. I keep saying but I'm looking at all this. I'm sorry, guys. Had a bit of a brain fart. Let's hop into this game. Let's get into this game. No injuries. Texas Tech Raiders versus Minnesota Gophers.
EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. You're getting a live look.
This is going to be a real test for both of these teams because neither of these teams are major powerhouse teams that you're going to see in the championship. Both of these teams are utter opposites. Minnesota's biggest problem would be their defense, and they have a very high-scoring offense. And then Texas Tech just needs an offense, and their offense wasn't good, but their defense was really good as the 15th best out of 126 teams. So we're gonna see how these two do.
Full side action, and we're just about ready for kickoff. And now it's time for the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
2nd and 13, Minnesota's ball. Blake Wright gets it to the running back, Josh Carter. He loses 3 yards. Now it's 3rd and 16. Quarterback in the shotgun. They're gonna hike it. He's going to launch this, and they get the first down. Now 1st and goal. They're going to get it to Josh Carter, and he gets tackled up. That tough Texas Tech defense. Curtis Carr on the tackle. 2nd and goal. They're going to get it back to Josh Carter, but he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now it's 3rd and 2. Blake Wright's on an option play, and he'll get the first. Now 1st and 10. Blake Wright takes the snap, throws it to the tight end. He gets 6 yards. Now 2nd and 4. Option play by Blake Wright. He's going to score the touchdown. Touchdown, Minnesota. Blake Wright, one of the top prospects in this draft, top QB prospects, and he's showing why. And it's 3rd down and 10 for Texas Tech. Let's see what their offense can do. Quarterback throws it. The receiver only gets 7 yards, not enough. Now 1st and goal for Minnesota. Blake Wright calls a motion. It's an option. He's going to try and run outside, but he gets tackled for loss. 2nd and goal. It's another option play. And Blake Wright gets smacked. Only 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Blake Wright throws it. It's a touchdown to Nicholas Williams. What a play. Under pressure. Almost got sacked, but finds a receiver in the end zone. Blake Wright is that guy. And Texas Tech is just going to run with their running back on the last play, but he gets a lot more yards than I thought he would. Big play by the back. So 2nd and 10 with 7 seconds left in the first half. The quarterback's probably just going to launch it, which he does. But it's severely underthrown. Intercepted, Minnesota. So now 3rd and 10. Blake Wright takes the snap in the shotgun. Throws it, finds the open receiver. He's going to get the first down. Looks to be Eric Moore, 149 yards so far. And they're going to call an option play. Blake Wright will get about 3 yards. Now 2nd and 7. Blake Wright finds an open receiver. It's his favorite target, Eric Moore again. Remember, Eric Moore had like 3 touchdowns in the rivalry game against Michigan State. Now it's 1st and goal. He drops back. Finds his receiver, Eric Moore, again. And they cannot stop him. With it now being 2nd and goal, let's see what happens. They call an option. The runner back, Josh Carter, catches the pitch. And that's a touchdown. Great play by the running back, Josh Carter. Now it's 3rd and 2 for Texas Tech. The quarterback calls a play-action play. Finds an open receiver, Chris Jones, for the first. And this Texas Tech offense hasn't done much this game. The quarterback's going to run. What is he doing? But he ends up getting 20 yards. Leon Mitchell, the quarterback, is pretty slow. 1st and 10, Leon Mitchell is going to run again. Minnesota's completely ready for him as he gets stopped for nothing. 2nd and 10. Leon Mitchell's going to run. 4 yards. On the 3rd and 6 play, they find an open receiver, Jonathan Harris, for the first down. Now 1st and goal. They get it to Marcus Beach for 1 yard. Now 2nd and goal. Leon takes the snap, and he gets sacked. And he's injured now.
There's a player down. I'm not sure what happened.
Trey Shaw on the sack to injure the quarterback. Now they got their backup quarterback in the game. He's going to drop back. He throws it. And the receiver only gets 3 yards. Now 1st and goal for Minnesota. They're going to give it to Josh Carter. He gets stopped for a yard by Andrew Howard, the tackle for loss. Now 2nd and goal. They give it to Josh Carter. And he's going to score the touchdown. 7-yard touchdown for Josh Carter, the running back. And the backup quarterback, Jonathan Allen, 3rd and 6. Let's see what he could do for Texas Tech. Drops back. He launches it. The receiver catches it, but he's just short of the first.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented.
Now it's 4th and inches. They call a motion. They're going to give it to the running back. Nobody gets to him because he's going to get the first down. Andrew Cole with the first. And Andrew Cole's been really the only guy on this Texas Tech offense that's done anything, as he has a touchdown and 100 yards, but their offense has been awful. And what a crazy play. Jonathan Allen fumbles the ball, drops it into his tight end's hands, and they get about 4 yards. Now 2nd and goal, we're going to call a QB run. He gets stopped. Now 3rd and goal, they're running a wildcat that nobody is tricked. I don't know what just happened. Defense was ready for it, and they get the stop. Now 4th and goal, they give it to their running back. Oh, he's going to stiff arm the linebacker, and Andrew Cole's going to score the touchdown. What a play by Andrew Cole to just run full speed at a linebacker, stiff arm him, and run into the end zone. Now 3rd and 8, Minesota. Blake Wright in the shotgun. See what happens. He's going to throw it. And Eric Moore for the first down. That's 219 yards for Eric Moore. He drops back. Finds Josh Hammond for 2 yards. He hikes the ball. Throws it. Wide open Eric Moore for the touchdown. And what a game Eric Moore has been having. What hasn't he done? And that's going to be the game.
Minesota 51, Texas Tech 31. Let's get Kirk Herbstreit's final thoughts on this one. Hurry, what do you got?
Blake Wright, he started the game off very hot. Near the 4th quarter, he started throwing interceptions, not doing as well, you know. But Texas Tech's offense was really terrible. Their defense really wasn't that bad, but they couldn't stop Eric Moore to save their lives. Like, they genuinely couldn't. And that was the biggest problem. Blake Wright does get MVP, 3 touchdowns, 400 yards. Not being biased or rude to Blake. I mean, I'm a big fan of Blake after what he did in rivalry week against Michigan State. He was super dominant. Definitely deserved MVP. But this game, I feel like it was Eric Moore. I mean, he broke the receptions record for a Minesota receiver. Had the most yards. I think he had over 220 yards this game. I think he might have had 2 or 3 touchdowns for sure, bro. But that's a great game. End of the game score, 51 Minesota, 31 Texas Tech. And obviously it's time, man. Enough talking. The national championship. And, I mean, it's 2 SEC teams, so that just tells you how great our conference is. The national championship is 2 teams from the same conference. We got number 1 Georgia, 13-0. Ranked number 1 in the nation versus 10-2, second ranked in the nation, Ole Miss. You see, Ole Miss averaged 41 points per game. Total defense, they ranked 4th in the nation. I mean, rush offense, they were 11. Total offense, 13. Rush defense, 7th in the nation. But then there's Georgia. We averaged 70 points per game. Number 1 in total offense, rush offense, pass offense, total defense, rush defense. So look at this Ole Miss schedule. They started off super hot. They beat ranked South Carolina, destroyed UMass, destroyed Vanderbilt, even whooped on Bama, Auburn, Arkansas. They whooped, but then they lost to A&M 42-49. Beat Western Kentucky 37-25 and lost to LSU by just 2 points. Very close game. Then they went on to beat Texas and destroy Mississippi State. And then us, I mean, we pretty much destroyed everybody. If I could tell you the most notable games, we destroyed Notre Dame in week 1, South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Auburn, Georgia Tech, A&M in the SEC championship. This is going to be a game, man. I'm very excited for this. Let's get into this national championship. heading into this national championship. Let's first check the injuries. Injury report. Tristan Wirfs and P. Birch. Both teams' right tackles are out for the season. So neither teams are going to have their starting right tackles. Tristan Wirfs, obviously, our best lineman on our entire team. So that's going to hurt. So our young guy's going to have to step up. And obviously them losing their right tackle is going to hurt them too. Because I know they had a star at that position. Let's hop into this national championship, y'all. Let's go.
The EA Sports NCAA Football 14
Georgia versus Ole Miss.
Presented by Ncaa. Innovation that excites. Two teams make it to the arena. Only one is able to celebrate. Tonight, one of these two teams will bring home a national championship. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
It's time to kick off the BCS National Championship game, and this year we're in Miami, Florida. It's back to coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Third and 8. Ole Miss is facing 3rd and 8. Let's see what they do on this play. Quarterback drops back, throws it under pressure, gets the first down. Brandon Whittaker with the reception. 3rd and 2. Let's see what Marquise Bennett does on this play. They call a motion. He slides, falls, and it ends up being an interception. He failed due to the rain. Xavier McKinney not only gets an interception, but stiff arms the receiver who tries to tackle him. What a play. Now 3rd and 3. Fields calls a motion. It's an option play, but it gets completely stopped. Anthony Fontenot with the stop. Tackle for loss. 3rd and 12 for Ole Miss. Let's see what Marquise Bennett can do. And the shotgun. And he gets sacked by the best defensive player in this up-and-coming draft class, Chase Young. And it's 1st and 10. This game's been really defensive, which you wish for in a championship game. And Chase Young gets the sack. Second sack of the game for Chase Young. Now 2nd and 16. Marquise Bennett tries to scramble. He gets sacked again. Micah Parsons on the sack. With that play, it's 3rd and 21. Marquise Bennett's going to launch it. And it's a touchdown. Brandon Whittaker. Georgia was not ready for that. They were not prepared defensively. They sent the house and they scored a touchdown. Ole Miss. On the player log, it says Justin Fields ended up scoring a touchdown with CeeDee Lamb. I didn't see the play because I'm in Super Sim right now. That's what happened. 3rd and 14. Let's see what Marquise Bennett does. He's going to launch this one. It's almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Ole Miss ends up stopping the high-powered Georgia offense. It's 3rd and 4 for Ole Miss. And Marquise Barrett, he fumbles the ball, gets sacked from Nolan Smith. Jordan Davis picks up the fumble. And that's a big play from Nolan Smith. Sacks him immediately. 1st and 10, Georgia's ball. Justin Fields launches it, and it's an interception. He throws it straight to the corner, and he's still running. Justin Fields ends up hitting him, but that's a bad play, just a bad play. Now it's 3rd and 1. Marquise Bennett calling a motion. Gives it to his running back. And the running back, Ben Wilson, is going to score the touchdown. It's 13-10. Ole Miss is leading against Georgia. The first time Georgia has ever been down in a game all season. Now it's 1st and 10. Justin Fields drops back. He tries to scramble, breaks a tackle, and rushes for 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Justin Fields tries to scramble. He ends up getting the first down, 4 yards. Falls down for 4. Now 1st and 10. Justin Fields drops back. He's going to scramble. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets 5 yards on the play. And Georgia's going to kick this field goal right before the second half to cut this lead 13-14. So halftime score, Ole Miss 14, Georgia 13.
14-13, Ole Miss. EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollock here completely locked in on that first half. What a terrific first half. This is everything we anticipated this game being. And we're going to be riveted to this game, I feel like, David, in the second half, anticipating a terrific finish.
It's fun. It's living up to the hype every single time. We can't even turn the channel here. We got it on the big screen, on the big 60-inch. Yes, it's quite nice, by the way, too. The weather's nice and warm. It's beautiful. Got some chips. We're opening them up a little bit. But great game, living up to the hype. It definitely feels like both teams are evenly matched. It feels like it can go either way. It feels like it's going to come down to the wire. And the only thing I hope it doesn't come down to is a kicker. Please don't come down to a kick in the end. Both these teams playing great D, playing great O, physical, pounding on each other, making big plays. Don't come down to a finesse kick by a soccer player, please.
David and I will stay locked in on everything going on in college football. It's going to wrap it up here in the studio. Just about time to get you out to your second half. Brad and Kirk ready with a call.
Going to be felt by their defense.
1st and 10, Georgia. Justin Fields drops back. Finds his receiver, CeeDee Lamb, 4 yards. Sorry, I got the players mixed up. That was T. Higgins that caught that last reception. Justin Fields drops back, gives it to Jonathan Taylor, and he gets stopped on the run. Luke Peoples on the tackle for loss. Now it's 3rd and 7. They give it to Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to get 0 yards on that play. As Ole Miss gets the stop. 3rd and 7 for Marquise Bennett. It's raining poorly. And the receiver catches it for 5 yards, but it's not enough for the first down. Good catch by Marcus Greenwood. And 4th and 2, Ole Miss is going for it. They got the receiver motioning. Let's see what they call. Quarterback drops back and gets sacked. Sacked by the freshman linebacker, Edgerrin Cooper. He comes in there on that blitz and just smacks the quarterback. Ole Miss ends up getting this ball back. It's 1st and goal. And the quarterback's going to run. He fumble. Chase Young hit him and he fumbled the ball, but they get it back. So now it's 2nd and goal. It's an option play, but Chase Young was ready for it. I told you he's the best defensive player in the nation. He gets the tackle for loss on the option immediately. 3rd and goal. Marquise Bennett throws it, and it's a touchdown. Obadiah Smith, the 8-yard touchdown for Ole Miss. Now it's 3rd and 2. Georgia read option. Justin Fields breaks the tackle. He's running. Justin Fields is running. Touchdown, Justin Fields. Georgia. What a play to bounce back from allowing a touchdown. And now on 3rd and 20. Let's see what happens. Marquise Bennett throws it, and the receiver drops it. It was a bomb, and it was right in his hands, but the receiver dropped it, and that might have just cost them. Who knows, man? They needed that. 3rd and 7 with Georgia up by 8 now. They end up scoring again. They're calling a motion. Trey McBride. Let's see what happens. Justin Fields scrambles, and he gets the first down. He's too fast for them to stop him. Now 1st and 10. Justin Fields drops back.
He's
He
scrambling.
throws it. He finds Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith will get 18 yards on the play. The last year's Heisman winner. Now 1st and 10. Justin Fields dropping back. He finds CeeDee Lamb. He's going to get 7 yards.
6-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. They call kind of a screenplay to T. Higgins, but he loses 8 yards on the play. Now 3rd and 12. Justin Fields drops back. He launches this throw, and it's intercepted. What is Justin Fields doing? Another interception. 3rd and 10. Biggest 3rd down of the ball game. Marquise Bennett gives it to his runner back, and he fumbles the ball. Gets smacked by Jordan Davis, the D tackle. Now it's 4th and 12. Georgia with the ball back. Justin Fields drops back. He throws it, and it's another interception.
That interception breathes new life into this team.
I'm not quite sure I would have made that pass. It obviously
Stewart,
wasn't
the
open.
corner
This
for Ole
quarterback
Miss, gets
has to be
another
more
pick.
conservative.
Now 1st and 10. They got in motion. Marquise Bennett's going to drop back. Can't find anybody. He throws it. And Marcus Greenwood gets the 1st down for Ole Miss. Now 1st and goal. Marquise Bennett. He gets sacked by Chase Young. He tried to scramble out of there, but Chase Young caught him with his 4th sack of the game. Now 2nd and goal. Calls an audible. Marquise Bennett gets it to his running back. Breaks a tackle. Gets 2 yards. Emmanuel Blanco, the running back. Now 3rd and goal. He's going to run. He's running. And it's not enough. Marquise Bennett does not get enough. 5 yards though. And this is it. 4th and goal. They just need 1 stop and this game's over. And Marquise doesn't get it. Marquise Bennett does not get it. The game is over. Georgia are your champs. Georgia Bulldogs are your national champs again. And that was a classic. That was a crazy national championship game for sure, man. A lot of crazy stuff happened. But that Georgia's defense was too tough, man. Shows you no matter what, defense wins championships. And if you have the best defense, you can make mistakes. Georgia certainly did on offense, but it didn't matter. Tough loss for Ole Miss. They played so well, man. They played so well. Justin Fields, they give player of the game. I would have given it to Chase Young, you know, the guy with 5 TFLs, 4 sacks. But, sure. We're champs, man. Let's go. Georgia, national champs. The final score being Georgia 30 points, Ole Miss 22. And that's it, y'all. That's it. That's the season for y'all. And here, y'all, is the final season top 25 polls. We got Georgia at 1, Tennessee at 2, then USC at 3, Kansas State at 4, Bama at 5, Florida State at 6, Ole Miss at 7, LSU at 8, TCU at 9, San Diego State at 10, at 11, Ohio State, 12, Virginia, 13, Hawaii, 14, Clemson, 15, UCLA, 16, Texas A&M, 17, Oregon, 18, Nebraska, 19, Arizona State, 20, Virginia Tech, my apologies, 20, Virginia Tech, 21, Minnesota, 22, Texas State, 23, Georgia State, 24, Indiana, and 25, Navy. And here's the top teams for every conference, with the SEC, Georgia at 1, Tennessee at 2, Ole Miss at 3, A&M at 4, LSU at 5, Bama at 6, South Carolina at 7, Texas at 8, Florida at 9, Oklahoma at 10, and Missouri at 11. The ACC, Georgia Tech at 1, Clemson at 2, Florida State at 3, Virginia Tech at 4 for the ACC. Virginia 5, Syracuse 6, North Carolina 7, Miami 8, Boston College 9, NC State 10, and Duke 11. For the American Conference, USF 1, Rutgers 2, Connecticut 2, Louisville 3, Temple 5, Houston 6, Cincinnati 7, Memphis 8, USF 9, SMU 10, and for the Big 12 Conference, TCU 1, Oklahoma State 8 and 5, they're number 2, Kansas State 3, Old Dominion 4, Baylor 5, Texas Tech 6, West Virginia 7, Kansas 8, Iowa State 9. For the Big 10 Conference, Oregon 1, Nebraska 2, Ohio State 3, Indiana 4, Wisconsin 5, Minnesota 6, Michigan State 7, Michigan 8, Marshall 9, Iowa 10, and Penn State 11. CUSA, Southern Miss at 1, Rice at 2, North Texas 3, Tulsa at 4, Tulane at 5, Mid Tennessee State at 6, UTSA at 7, UAB at 8, ECU at 9, UTEP at 10, FIU at 11. Gonna skip the independents. No, I'm gonna do the independents. Navy at 1, Army at 2, Notre Dame at 3, New Mexico State at 4, and then the MAC, Miami University of Ohio at 1, Toledo at 2, Central Michigan 3, Ohio 4, Northern Illinois 5, Idaho 6, Ball State 7, Buffalo 8, Eastern Michigan 9, Bowling Green 10, Kent State 11. For the Midwestern Conference, San Diego State 1, Hawaii 2, Air Force 3, New Mexico 4, UNLV 5, Utah State 6, San Jose State 7, Wyoming 8, Nevada 9, Carlos State 10, Boise State 11. Pac-12, my apologies. USC 1, UCLA 2, Washington 3, Colorado 4, Arizona State 5, Oregon State 6, Utah 7, Stanford 8, Washington 9, Arizona 10, California 3 and 9. And Sun Belt last conference, Georgia State 1, Texas State 2, Western Kentucky 3, Arkansas State 4, Troy 5, UNL Monroe 6, South Alabama 7, UL Lafayette 8. So that's all the conference rankings. Alright guys, last but not least, we got the top prospect stats. We're going into Jordan Love career. He has 13,244 career passing yards and 131 career passing touchdowns, 37 career interceptions with a QB rating of 157 total. But his 2020 stats, even though he had he actually had a better QB rating in 2020. So his 2020 stats, 3,319 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 picks, and rushing, Jordan Love had 962 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns. And he is the top quarterback in this draft. Next up, we got Justin Fields, the Georgia quarterback that just won the national championship. 2018, he didn't throw a single snap. 2019, he only threw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. He was the backup to Joe Burrow. But 2020, he balls out this year, wins the Heisman, Maxwell, Walter Camp, and O'Brien. Has a QB rating of 196. He has 4,081 yards, 41 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, but his rushing stats are insane. 1,121 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns. He's going to be in a very run-based offense in the NFL. That's what I would do if I were a coach, because he can run. The kid can run, as we've seen in the national championship. That, I think 60 or 50-yard rush he got to pretty much seal the game for Georgia. So, yeah, this kid's going to be great. Justin Fields. Next up, we got Ryan Brown, 162 QB rating. 2020, he threw for 2,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He was the Kentucky quarterback this year, if you remember him, from the rivalry week game. One of my favorite quarterbacks in this draft, Blake Wright from Minnesota, 6'5", 222 pounds, 171 QB rating on the year for 2020. He had 3,376 yards, 33 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Rushing, he had 577 yards and 8 touchdowns. Next up, we got Joel Goss, the Texas A&M quarterback this year for 2020. He had 3,463 yards, 33 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 157 QB rating, and rushing stats. He had 831 yards, 12 rushing touchdowns. So he's not as fast as Fields, but this dude can run. Like, he is fast for sure. Now we have the quarterback that was in the national championship last year for San Diego State. This year they didn't make it. They still had a pretty great record. Norris Hurd, he had 183 QB rating, 4,100 yards. Sorry, y'all, I went AFK to go eat dinner. That was a quick, 20 minutes, but Norris Hurd, 183 QB rating, 4,145 passing yards, 46 passing touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And rushing, he had 462 rush yards and 6 rushing touchdowns. Next, we got the phenomenal Matt Thomas from USC. He had 168 QB rating, 3,806 passing yards, 39 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. In rushing yards, he had 127 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns for 2020. Next, we got the Michigan quarterback, Jeremy Quinn. He had 4,015 passing yards, 174 QB rating, 39 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the season. And for rushing, he had 194 yards and 1 touchdown rushing. Then we have his rival, Derek Anderson, the Ohio State quarterback. For 2020, he had 131 QB rating, 2,700 yards, 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and then 949 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. And now we have the Notre Dame quarterback who played in the national I think he played in the national championship against Georgia 2 years ago. But for 2020, he had 141 QB rating, 3,054 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 21 interceptions. Last but not least, we have Todd Lopez, the Washington quarterback, 147 QB rating, 3,678 yards, 31 pass touchdowns, 10 interceptions. In rushing stats, he had 854 yards and 15 rushing touchdowns. Next, we have the running backs, starting with Georgia's running back, Jonathan Taylor, 6 feet 237. He won the Doak Walker Award. He had 125 rush attempts, 1,485 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11.9 yards per rush. And in receiving, he had 10 receptions, 177 yards, 1 touchdown. Definitely the top running back in this class. Then we have Bobby Williamson from LSU, 132 rush attempts, 858 yards, 6.5 yards per rush, and 10 rushing touchdowns. Receiving for 2020, he had 5 receptions for 71 yards. Now we have Manuel Blanco from Ole Miss, 149 rushing attempts, 924 rushing yards, 6.2 yards per carry, 9 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, he had 8 receptions for 105 yards. Next, we got probably the second best running back in this class, Najee Harris, 6'4", 255 from Ohio State. He had won the Doak Walk Award last year in 2019 when he had 1,452 yards and 16 touchdowns. But this year in 2020, he had 180 rush attempts, 1,165 yards, 6.5 yards per carry, 12 rushing touchdowns, and 37 receptions for 505 yards and 4 touchdowns. Next up, Desmond McDaniel from Alabama. He didn't play much due to injuries, but he had 65 carries, 339 yards, 5.2 yards per rush, and a touchdown. In receiving, he had 13 receptions, 289 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then we have Florida Derek Jenkins, another big bruiser back, 6'3", 256. The Florida running back had 126 yards, 126 rush attempts. So 126 carries, 811 yards, 6.4 yards per carry, and 12 touchdowns. In the receiving game, he had 37 receptions, 474 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And the backup Ole Miss running back Ben Wilson had 107 carries, 696 yards, 6.5 yards per carry, 11 rushing touchdowns, 11 receptions, 174 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. The backup running back for Alabama, who was also injured at one point, Blake McDonald, for 2020, he had 171 carries, 988 yards, 10 rushing touchdowns, and then receiving, he had 13 receptions for 151 yards, and 0 receiving touchdowns. And then the running back for Oregon had 170. Lee Simpson, running back for Oregon, 179 yards. Carries. 170. I'm so sorry, guys. 179 carries, 1,192 yards, 6.7 yards per carry, and 16 rushing touchdowns. And then receiving, he had 9 receptions for 124 yards and a touchdown. Then Utah State, they had Howard Young, another bruiser back, 5'10", 232, and he had 99 carries for 712 yards, 7.2 yards per carry, and 5 touchdowns. And then receiving, he had 2 receptions for 28 yards and a touchdown. For Minnesota, the running back Josh Carter had 212 carries. He had 212 carries, 1,292 yards, 6.1 yards per carry, and 15 rushing touchdowns. And then receiving, he had 38 receptions, 484 yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. Last but most certainly not least, for our running backs, John Fine, he had 201 rush attempts, so 201 carries, 1,069 yards, 5.3 yards per carry, 17 rushing touchdowns, and 24 receptions for 273 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. For receivers, we got Devonta Smith. Last year, he won the Biletnikoff with 2,091 yards, 102 receptions, and 26 touchdowns. So I just felt like we had to put that on point. But that was 2019 when he won the Biletnikoff and put up 2,091 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 102 receptions. This season, he had 63 catches, 1,340 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Next, we got Justin Jefferson for LSU. He had 33 receptions, 606 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Next, CeeDee Lamb for Georgia. He had 41 receptions, 803 receiving yards, and 13 touchdowns for 2020. And T. Higgins, he had 67 receptions, 1,325 yards, and 12 touchdowns for 2020. Also another Georgia receiver. Next, we have Pierre Charles from Alabama. He had 37 catches, 698 yards, and 9 touchdowns for 2020. Next, the Tennessee receiver Travis Simmons. This year, he had 40 catches, 607 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And the A&M receiver Jeremy Bale had 86 receptions, 1,225 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Next, Scott Riley from Oklahoma. He had 34 receptions, 523 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Next, Michael Barber for Michigan State, 50 catches, 903 yards, and 10 receiving touchdowns. South Carolina's Ben Graves, 85 receptions, 1,562 receiving yards, and 10 receiving touchdowns. Last but not least, Brandon Rittaker, the receiver who actually scored in the national championship for Ole Miss. This season, he had 49 catches, 822 receiving yards, and 12 touchdowns. Next, we have the tight ends, and Blaine Simmons is the top prospect, but he didn't play much due to some injuries. So he ended this season with only 4 receptions, 54 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Next, we got Adrian Graham, tight end out of Alabama. He had 57 receptions, 824 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. And Buck Lowry from Indiana, the tight end, had a big down year, as in 2019 he had 821 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. But I'm pretty sure he was injured this year, so he only finished with 17 catches, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Texas A&M's Jeff Mooney, the tight end, had 63 catches, 888 yards, and 11 receiving touchdowns. Paul Jensen, tight end from Oklahoma, had 36 catches, 568 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And Buffalo's tight end Chris Warren had 44 catches, 636 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Now we got the linemen, starting with left tackle. Eric Cotton had 25 pancakes and 7 sacks given up this year. Robert Gaston had 38 pancakes and 6 sacks given up. Jake Hawkins had 20 pancakes and 5 sacks given up. Scott Butler from Maryland had 13 pancakes and 8 sacks given up. And Chris Crowder from Tulane had 25 pancakes and 3 sacks given up. Adam Hines, the left guard from Florida, had 20 pancakes and 8 sacks given up. Ryan Jackson, the left guard from Auburn, had 14 pancakes and 5 sacks given up. And Leon London from Georgia had 19 pancakes and 3 sacks given up. Jay Hilbert from Ole Miss had 14 pancakes, 6 sacks given up. And Tony Givens from South Carolina had 23 pancakes, 5 sacks given up. And the last left guard we're going to cover is Aaron Meeks from Air Force, 25 pancakes and 8 sacks given up. Now we have the centers, and Brian Paul from Texas Tech had 34 pancakes and 3 sacks given up. And Steve Rodriguez from Air Force had 24 pancakes, 7 sacks given up. William Robinson from Toledo had 21 pancakes and 7 sacks given up. And Derek Concepcion from Tennessee had 42 pancakes and 7 sacks given up. Next we got the right guards. Trey Smith from Georgia, 12 pancakes, 5 sacks given up. And then Joe Davis from Kentucky, 14 pancakes, 3 sacks given up. Ben Wright from Alabama, 22 pancakes, 5 sacks given up. Jake McFadden from LSU, 19 pancakes, 7 sacks given up. Now we have the right tackles. Tristan Wirfs from Georgia, the 2020 Outland winner. He had 5 pancakes and 0 sacks given up. T.C. Johnson from Buffalo, 34 pancakes, 11 sacks given up. Derek Taylor from LSU, 29 pancakes, 8 sacks given up. And McKinley Taylor from Miami, 4 pancakes, 1 sack given up. And now we're on defense. For left end Chase Young, he had 63 tackles, 50 tackles for loss, and 33 sacks. And he also won the Lombardi, the Nagurski, and the Bednarak Award for 2020. Alex Hayford from Texas A&M, 13 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 0 sacks. Kyle Sanders from Georgia Tech, 37 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. John Hill from Texas A&M, 28 tackles, 25 tackles for loss, and 8.5 sacks. Edgar Sparks from Tennessee, 29 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 4.5 sacks. Cliff Arnold from Ohio State, 32 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks. And Jonathan Lumpkin from Texas State, 42 tackles, 40 tackles for loss, and 17.5 sacks. Now Brian Martin from Florida State, 40 tackles, 24 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks. Carl Neely from Tennessee, 29 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Daniel Herring for Oklahoma, 23 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. Andre Kidd from Texas A&M. Sorry, I did not pronounce his name right at first. But Andre Kidd from A&M, 24 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Brian Daugherty from Louisville, he had 31 tackles, 32 tackles for loss, and 12 sacks. And A.J. Colbert from Texas, 27 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Next, we got the defensive tackles, starting with Lee Williamson from Nebraska, 21 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. Next, Ray Clark from Alabama, 19 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. And then Rema Harrell from Oklahoma, 20 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Drew Reese from USC, 15 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 0.5 sacks. And Marcus Smith from UCLA, 29 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Jermaine Green from Ole Miss, 15 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks. And Daniel Hawley from Kansas State, 23 tackles for loss, and 8.5 sacks. Next up, we got the linebackers, outside linebackers right now. So this is the left outside. Dominique Keys, 29 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. And Patrick Vogel, 33 solo tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. And I'm basically going over solo tackles, tackles for loss, and QB sacks. That's what I'm doing for all defensive linemen and linebackers. And just for everybody to also be clear, we're only doing 2020 stats unless they won an award in 2019 or any other past season. This is only their 2020 stats for every prospect. Unless they won an award in past season, I'm going to tell you their stats for that season. But otherwise, 2020 stats only. Brent Seals from Texas, 37 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Mark Bell, Alabama, 32 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 2 QB sacks. And Matt Jones from Auburn, 40 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, and 6.5 QB sacks. Now we're looking at the middle linebackers, starting with Trey Smith from Oklahoma, 25 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Mike Larson from South Carolina, 43 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and a QB sack. Reggie Miranda from Texas Tech, 38 tackles, 24 tackles for loss, and 6.5 sacks. Stephen Ryan from USC, 40 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 2 QB sacks. Greg Rogers from Georgia, 19 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 0 QB sacks. Robert Young from Maryland, 35 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 1.5 QB sacks. Ray McDaniel from UCLA, 39 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 2.5 QB sacks. Now we got the right outside linebackers, and for the first player we got Jalen Phillips from Georgia. 2019, he won Best Linebacker and the Bidner Rack. He had 62 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 7 QB sacks. In this season, 2020, he had 43 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, and 7.5 QB sacks. Next, we got Marcus Cunningham from LSU, 28 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 0.5 QB sacks. Next, Tony Taylor from Texas Tech, 35 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 3.5 QB sacks. Jeremy Brown from Virginia Tech, 41 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 4.5 QB sacks. And Jacob Harrison from Wisconsin, 50 tackles, 31 tackles for loss, and 9.5 QB sacks. Willie Burrow from Florida State, 26 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 2.5 QB sacks. Nick Robinson from Clemson, 43 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 4.5 QB sacks. And Anthony Fontunat from Ole Miss, 29 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 5 QB sacks. Next, we got the corners. For the corners, we're going to go off tackles, interceptions, and pass deflections. Starting off with A.J. Terrell from Georgia. He had 26 tackles, 6 interceptions, and 8 pass deflections. Next up, we got Willie Jones, also from Georgia. 16 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 1 pass deflection. Next, we got Nate Washington from LSU. He didn't really have any production this season due to injuries. So he ended the season with 1 tackle, 3 interceptions, and 2 pass deflections. Next, we got Kurt Novak from Michigan. 23 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 21 pass deflections. Colin Barnes from Ohio State. 31 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 19 pass deflections. Devin Burnett from ULM, 18 tackles, 2 interceptions, 15 pass deflections. Jeremy Marshall from Ohio State, 26 tackles, 0 interceptions, and 6 pass deflections. Danny Brown from Virginia, 13 tackles, 3 interceptions, 11 pass deflections. Nick Denman from Virginia Tech had 32 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 12 pass deflections. And Khalif Davenport from West Virginia, my apologies, 19 tackles, 2 interceptions, 17 pass deflections. Next, we got the free safeties, and for frees and strongs, we're going to use the same metrics: tackles, interceptions, and pass deflections, starting with Eric Weatherspoon from Florida State, 21 tackles, 1 interception, and 7 pass deflections. Anthony Walker from Texas A&M, 26 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 8 pass deflections. Tim West from UNLV, 17 tackles, 7 interceptions, 11 pass deflections. Justin Rosario from North Carolina, 12 tackles, 1 interception, 9 pass deflections. Dennis Stewart from Georgia State, 10 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 10 pass deflections. And Paul Brown from Virginia Tech, 18 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 5 pass deflections. Next, we have the strong safety, starting off with Xavier McKinney from Georgia, 29 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 3 pass deflections. Pat Harmon from Ole Miss, 21 tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections. Paris Rhodes from Clemson, 23 tackles, 4 interceptions, 5 pass deflections. Bryson Colbert from LSU, 12 tackles, 5 interceptions, 2 pass deflections. Craig Garcia from Washington, 22 tackles, 1 interception, and 8 pass deflections. Ryan Schroeder from Texas, 25 tackles, 3 interceptions, 7 pass deflections. Howard Washington from Tennessee, 41 tackles, 1 interception, 4 pass deflections. And Dave Mills from Notre Dame, 20 tackles, 0 interceptions, 5 pass deflections. Next, we got kickers, and we're going to base this off of extra point extra point percentage and field goal percentage. And Corey Landrum from Notre Dame, Corey Landrum from Nebraska. Nebraska had a 64 field goal percentage, 97 extra point percentage. William Garrett from Central Michigan had an 82 field goal percentage and 100% extra point percentage. Nate Castillo, who won the 2020 Graza, had a 87 field goal percentage and a 98 extra point percentage. And Brian Labor from Mid-Tennessee State had a 68 field goal percentage, 98 extra point percentage. Next, we got punters. Mike Mills, average yards per punt 43, and longest punt 73 yards. Total punt yards 1,600 punt yards off of 37 attempts. Next, we got Chris Preston from Ball State, average punt yards 44.7. I had 61 punts attempted. My apologies for the bad English. 2,728 total punt yards, and his longest punt being 79. And Kevin Alford from Louisiana Tech had 43.7 average punt yards. He attempted 51 and had a total punt yards of 2,227, and his longest punt 74. Last but not least, before we leave, I'm gonna list the top transfers. And first, we got Brent Williams from Alabama. He's transferring to Temple, and he recorded no stats this freshman season. And another Alabama player is transferring. He's transferring to San Diego State. He recorded 1 reception this season, 1 reception, 1 catch. Corey Abrams from Oregon. He's transferring to Nevada and recorded 0 stats this season. RJ Griffin from TCU. He recorded 1 tackle this season, and that was his only stat recorded. He's transferring to Houston. Chris Alford from USC. He recorded 1 pass deflection, which is his only stat recorded this season. He's transferring to UCF. Max Ward, freshman fullback from what team? FAU. He had 9 rushing attempts, 47 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown, 5.2 yards per carry, and he's transferring to Central Michigan. Donald Hill, cornerback from Oregon. He recorded 2 tackles and a pass deflection this season, and he's transferring to UCLA. Bug Gibson, a strong safety from USC. He recorded 1 assisted tackle this season, and that was his only stat, and he's transferring to California University. That's where he's transferring to. Mike Ford, running back, freshman from Clemson. He had 27 rushing attempts, 193 yards, 7.1 yards per carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. He's transferring to Duke. That's going to be the video. I hope you guys like it. See you in the next.